Hi guys, it's Jillian and welcome back to my channel. I am a spirituality, relationship, business energetics coach and intuitive reader and healer. And here on my channel we speak about everything from spirituality, sexuality, energy, frequency and vibration, and literally everything in between. So if that's your jam and you want to see more of this content, then press the subscribe button and you will get notified of all of my latest videos, and press a thumbs up, send me a like, because it really helps me in this world to share my message. So today we are going to be talking about spiritual awakening or ascension. And are you going through one? Have you gone through one? What does it even look like? What does it feel like? I know that there's so many people awakening and raising their level of consciousness around what is real and what isn't. We are going through some interesting times as a planet, as Earth, and we are really shifting from low vibration frequencies of 3D consciousness, density, fear, control, old paradigms that just are not for the benefit of everyone, into 5D consciousness, which is more around unconditional love, understanding, compassion for each other. But in order to do that, we need to release a lot of the old crap that's been holding us down, that has been keeping us from feeling free. All the limiting beliefs, the stuck emotions, the bad habits, the negative behaviors, everything that is stopping you from reaching your truest potential needs to go. And we are going through huge waves of people raising their level of consciousness, raising the frequency and awakening, because we need it. As a planet, we need it. This is Angel, by the way. Say hi. She's going down. So, spiritual awakening. I had my first spiritual awakening in 2012 after the breakdown of a relationship, where it was really a catalyst for my biggest growth. And a lot of the work that I do with clients is actually around relationships, because our relationships truly are the biggest opportunities for our own personal and soul growth, because nowhere else does it bring up all of our wounds to be healed, to be seen, to be understood, than within our closest relationships and those dynamics that play out. So after the end of this relationship, I really went into a space of seeing how contradictory things were, who I thought I was versus who I actually showed up to be within this relationship. And I just started questioning everything. I just questioned myself. And then I had a huge, spiritual epiphany. I was always interested in everything esoteric, and I had lots of unusual experiences when I was younger. But this particular experience, when I was just going through the motions and talking to my friend about the confusion of who I was, basically, the person that I thought myself to be, turned out that I actually wasn't that person, because all of my unconscious behaviors and triggers and beliefs and thoughts and emotions came out during this relationship and obviously during the breakup, right? So through this experience of spending a night just conversating about the complexities of who I was realizing myself to be, I had my first spiritual awakening. And I was guided to, just a voice in my head told me to start looking up numerology. So I just started jumping on my old friend Google and looking up numerology and working out my numbers. And to my shock, each number that was in within my chart was legit everything that I was saying about myself. I was like, oh my God, these are all the sides and the things that I've just kind of found out I am through this experience of this relationship. And then by this point, my friend was in bed, I was in bed, we were getting up for work the next morning, and it was probably about 2 o'clock in the morning. She was fast asleep. I was still wide awake on Google, down the wormhole, and then all of a sudden I just got this flash of colored light and this just overwhelming feeling. So again, I was on Google, so I Googled, like, I can't remember exactly what I wrote, but what does that mean? And the first thing that came up was that your guides and your angels are really happy about what you're doing. And I was just like, whoa. So that was the start of a lot of crazy, unexplained happenings that led me down the path to discovering who I truly was, to my own healing journey, to then learning and developing all of my skills within the psychic and mediumship realm, into the energy healing realm and past lives, etc., etc. So that was my first kind of real big spiritual awakening. And everyone goes through different things. Everyone has a different catalyst, but mine's was the ending of a relationship. So I feel I see that a lot of people start to awaken after the loss of something. So that could be the loss of a job, a person, again, a relationship, something that really gives you such a jolt out of the way you've been living to actually start to make you kind of question everything else. So that was definitely mine. So I just want to go through a few signs and symptoms that I typically see with people that are awakening or going through a spiritual awakening. And look, with a spiritual awakening, it's not linear. It's not like, oh, I have all of these symptoms for the first few weeks and then I get nothing. It's kind of like an ongoing thing, and it can last years and years and years. I definitely had a second spiritual awakening, probably the end of 2020, I would say, that really pushed me onto my path. And again, my catalyst was another relationship. Funnily enough, and this is why I do the work that I do within relationships, because I have learned the lessons and understood the bigger picture to why I've attracted those relationships into my life, and why have they have been such a catalyzing impact on my growth as a person, as a soul, as a spiritual being, and as to me living my highest timeline and my purpose. So the first thing that you may see as a sign is just starting to kind of feel disillusioned with what is going on in the world, especially right now, because there's so many illusions being bombarded at us from the news and media and people's beliefs, and the duality of things that we are seeing coming into our visual reality. So yeah, just feeling like disillusioned around what actually is going on. That is a big telltale sign that you are starting to go through an awakening. Another one is actually feeling disconnected. So disconnected to the life that you've been living, disconnected to the people, the friends, the things that you used to do with your friends, feeling that you actually don't have that much in common with the people that you usually hang around with, or feeling disconnected from your family. This is where I start to notice, or have started to notice, people really start to shift, because when you awaken, the low vibration, low consciousness activities or people or energies, you just can't be around them anymore. And it's like, wow, how did I operate like this? And how did I operate in close proximity to other people like this? So yeah, you may start to feel really disconnected, and in turn, you might just want to have a lot of alone time. You might just become so overwhelmingly sensitive to everyone else's energy that is no longer in alignment with yours, and you choose not to be around people. So even going out to highly dense places like shopping malls or bars, where there's a lot of people around, can feel extremely overwhelming. So you can get very energetically sensitive, and again, just want to spend more time in your own energy, which is not a bad thing, to be honest. You could also start to, like me, when I started to awaken, I began to explore my spiritual path. I began to explore lots of different healing modalities. I ended up going to a psychic school. So a big telltale sign of you awakening is to start with you starting to have a interest in esoteric topics or healing modalities, and really wanting to understand yourself at a deeper level. You might start to notice certain patterns or beliefs or dynamics that have been showing up in your life, and you can kind of see it from like a bit of a bird's eye view, and you want to go deeper and understand how to shift those and heal those out of your life and out of your field. Another big one is sleep issues. So this can come in the form of insomnia. It can come in the form of fatigue, exhaustion, chronic exhaustion. You could be waking up, even if you get your 8 hours of sleep a night, you could be waking up in the morning feeling completely drained and exhausted, because when we are going through an awakening, we are clearing out and releasing a lot of the low density energetics within our system. And sometimes that happens at night when we're in the astral realm. You know, we are in the deepest levels of subconscious, where our conscious mind isn't taking over or distracting. So a lot of people do some deep healing when they are asleep. And if that is happening, then of course you are going to wake up extremely fatigued. The reason that we are clearing out all of the dense frequencies that are within our field is because we are making space for higher frequencies to hold higher frequencies of love, of compassion, rather than operating in the denser, lower vibration frequencies of, emotions, limiting beliefs, etc. So yes, a lot of that can happen in the astral realm. Also, you might find that your dreams are very vivid. Even if you have never had vivid dreams ever, they could just start to become really vivid, because also when you go through a spiritual awakening, your psychic senses start to come online. And if you are clairvoyant, which is clairseeing, then you could start to have really vivid dreams. And this is a telltale sign that your unique soul gifts are starting to come online, because we have lived in a world of where so many of us have lived in the mind and the intellect and in the masculine, and it's time now to really be able to tune into ourselves and be able to tune into our own intuition, because that is our superpower, guys, and that is a huge part of what happens when we awaken spiritually. So it's our job just to be able to hone those skills and master our energy and be able to understand our intuition at a deep level, and how we interpret information, because that's pretty much what it is, right? All energy is information. So learning how to do that is really, really key. But fatigue and tiredness is a real thing. Also feeling physical pains. You could, because your energy and your body is shifting to hold more light, your literal DNA and cellular structure changes, right? Energetically changes. So the higher frequencies, the higher codes that are coming into our reality and into your reality needs to be held within your energy field, within your body. So that can feel pretty disruptive, actually, and you might start to get headaches, which is activation of your crown chakra. You might start to get certain illnesses because it's activating other chakras, like in your throat or your heart. You might get body aches and pains. Again, these are all like real symptoms that are happening because you are ascending. You are awakening your true spiritual self. You may also notice that you keep getting deja vu everywhere, and that time either goes really quickly or goes really slowly. Usually it's really quickly, because when you are going through any kind of spiritual awakening, you are quantum leaping in time. And of course, time is an illusion, but that's a different video. So yeah, it can feel like time is just going so fast. And you getting deja vu everywhere is because it's a remembrance. That's what an awakening is. It's actually remembering who you are as a multidimensional soul. And you have lived many, many lifetimes, and you are also living parallel lifetimes right now. So things in your reality seem to be shifting, as I said, with deja vu, with time. Things that seem to be an illusion can very much come up into your world. Another telltale sign is that things in your life just seem to be falling away, and it's kind of like organized chaos. It might seem like there's chaos happening, you know, as I said, could be you losing relationships, jobs, having to move, but that is the universe's way of shifting out the things that are no longer in alignment with you, so that you can make space, or you are in this exact place or spot that you need to be in order to ascend even further, to meet the people that you need to meet, to be in the proximity of whatever energies or frequencies that you need to be in order to continue with your ascension journey. So, as I said, like, the time of awakening can be challenging, it could be hard, it could be confusing. It can really feel pretty disruptive in all areas of your life. But just know that you aren't going crazy. You are fully supported. There are so many other people that are going through this experience, especially now on Earth. There are layers and layers of people that are awakening to what actually really is and who they actually are. So yeah, don't be disheartened if you feel like you are really misunderstood, or you are going through any of these symptoms, because as I said, there are people out there that have also gone through them and are sharing these same experiences with you and are here to support. So I would love to know in the comments if you have had a spiritual awakening, if you are on your ascension journey, and if you feel that you are fully supported. Do you have a community of like-minded, amazing people that you can be your true self with, that you can share all these crazy things with and not feel judged? Because that, I think, for many people is the biggest piece around their spiritual awakening, is the removal from everything that they've known, and a removal from a lot of the people that they've known too. But it is, as I said, just making way and shifting out the things that are no longer aligning with you, so that you can attract and draw in the people that are. Because life is duality, and there are some people that are not on the same journey as you, and they're not on the same timeline as you, but there are people that are. So my advice and what's coming through is that you don't have to feel disconnected, because there are people out there that share your same views, your same beliefs, that can understand what you're actually going through and are there to support you. And that's one of the reasons that I've created my membership. I have created a membership in a community with teachings and live readings and healings and different sessions, as well as a community forum, so that like-minded people that are going through their ascension journey, that are going through their self-awareness, their self-love journey, and raising their consciousness, can all come together and support each other as we move through these times of coming back to ourselves. So yeah, if you like this video, then press a subscribe and put a thumbs up. I would love that. And if you are also interested in feeling supported as you're going through your self-awareness and ascension journey, then go over to my website and check out any of my offerings or my membership. I would love to have you there and be part of the community. As I said, this is a space that's really close to my heart, because I've gone through all of the same things, and being able to have soul family that can come together and support you as you're going through any of these shifts and changes in your life is honestly one of the most beneficial things that you can do. So yeah, if you like this, press a thumbs up and write me a comment below. I would love to know what you think, or if there's any other types of videos on ascension or spirituality that you'd love me to create some content on, I am more than happy to take recommendations. And other than that, I will say goodbye. Have a great day, guys, and see you the next time.